Okay, this is 104 by my time, and we are starting right now. I want to say once again, thank you all for joining. Thank you for taking out time to be part of this webinar event. I'm very sure you're going to enjoy the session and you will learn a lot from us today. My name is Michael Adelaja, and I'm your moderator for today. Like you see, the webinar is titled Advancing Your ITSM Strategies in 2023. And what we intend to achieve is to show you how you can implement some advanced ITSM strategies that we sure will give you guaranteed result at the end of the year. The year is still very young and fresh. So if you want to get the best of the year, maybe, everybody hopes to make profits, save time, save resources, that means you should start making proper plans from the beginning of the year through the year. So I'll just be introducing some people on the call first to know those that will be presenting to us today and people that we are working with to bring out this webinar. My name is Mike Adilaja, like I said. I'm a digital marketing associate at Ha-Shem Limited, and we are hosting this webinar with SolarWinds. Ha-Shem Limited is an advanced partner of SolarWinds, and we came together with SolarWinds just to bring this event to life. So I'll quickly introduce the SolarWinds team on the call and also the Ha-Shem team on the call, just for us to get familiar with ourselves today. On the call, we have Ryan Keegan, he's with us today, and also we have Sarah Gain, and we have Raj Pandya, who is one of the speakers for today's event. And also we have Olajimi Abioro from SolarWinds team also. Then from the Ha-Shem team, we have Adibiye Inos, we have Ruth Okafor, who is one of the speakers for today's event. So once again, I say thank you to everyone for joining, and I'm sure you're going to learn a lot from today's webinar. So like I explained, the webinar is just to show you how to advance your ITSM strategies in 2023. And like I explained that it's just to show you how to effectively improve service management across your organization. So we want to show you some ways by which you can get the best result at an IT department, at an IT team, or an organization as a whole. So quickly, I'll be introducing the speakers for today's event. We have Ruth Okafor. She's one of the speakers for today's event, and she's a digital marketing associate at Ha-Shem Limited. She's specializing in content marketing and driving lead generation efforts. She focuses on IT product marketing. Ruth is very passionate about using technology to streamline communication and automate processes just to ensure increased efficiency and productivity for teams. So I'm sure you are going to learn a lot from Ruth today because she's well equipped just to deliver for us today. Then also we also have another speaker from the SolarWinds team, and that's Raj Pandya. He's the solutions engineer, ITSM solutions engineer actually at SolarWinds. And Raj has years of experience in various roles such as pre-sales, technical support, field maintenance. Also, he has expertise in network monitoring and IT service management. He also holds certificates like the Cisco Certified Network Associate, ITU Foundation, and Microsoft Certified Azure Fundamentals. So I'm very sure if I tell you that you are in safe hands, you can trust me on that, that you're in safe hands, because I'm sure Raj and Ruth will be taking us through a lot of things today that will be very useful for us as individuals and also for your businesses. So quickly, I'll just be saying some house rules just for us to get the best experience at today's webinar. I'll yes, everyone's mics have been muted, but there'll be a point where we have to unmute everybody's mic just for feedback and questions. But I'll appreciate that if you have questions or concerns, you can just use the chat box, and I'll be there to just address your question or your concern. And kindly note that this webinar is being recorded and it will be uploaded on our YouTube channels. So for every attendee, they will get access to the webinar recording just for you to catch up on things you probably miss. But I really beg you to just try and pay attention. Don't get distracted. Get a comfortable position. You can get your coffee or a bottle of water by your side just to ensure you are not distracted throughout the webinar. Then also there'll be feedback and survey form sent out at the end of the webinar. We want to get your feedbacks on how we can improve on our next webinar. So we'll be sending out a survey form just for you to just click on and fill it for us. Then one last thing, I didn't want to miss this, but if you got my email, my earlier mails, I mentioned out that there will be lucky winners into this webinar. So that means if you stay to the end, you could be a lucky winner of an Amazon gift card. I will not be disclosing the amount yet, but just stay to the end to be part of the spin the wheel session where we'll be picking the winner for the Amazon gift card. So beyond the gift card, just know you are yet to learn, and I'm very sure you're going to learn a lot from Raj and Ruth today. So with that, I say thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the session. And like I mentioned, if you have any question, concern, you can use the chat box and I'll be there to address your question. So, Ruth, you can have the floor now. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much, Michael, for such a wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. Please give me a minute while I begin to share my screen. Michael, let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah, I think it's coming up. Yes, I can see your screen now.
All right. Thank you so much once again for that very warm introduction. Good afternoon, everyone, again. Welcome to our webinar today titled Advancing Your ITSM Strategies in 2023. I know that you're all busy professionals, and we appreciate the fact that you're able to make our time to join us today. We promise you, just as Michael has already said, that you're going to get so much value from this webinar. All right, this webinar was put together by the Ha-Shem team in collaboration with the SolarWinds team. SolarWinds is a global partner in IT service management solutions, right? And I have tried to make this presentation, my part of the session, as short and as brief as possible. And that's because I respect your time, and also, of course, in order to ensure that everybody understands and assimilates what we'll be sharing today. All right. On the screen before you, you can see the agenda for today. I'm going to start by giving a brief overview on ITSM, where I'll be talking about what ITSM is and what it is not. I'll also be giving a history, like a very short history of IT Service Desk. And also, I'll go ahead to talk about what ITSM can do for you, that's the numerous benefits it has for you and for your organization. Then I'll be sharing the strategies that we have put together for you. And finally, I'll be concluding the presentation. You know, this year, we at Ha-Shem, part of our agenda for this year is to build and empower supercharged IT support teams, right, across organizations that can help to drive efficiency, help to deliver value to end users, including the customers, right? So please, I really implore you that you sit tight and really pay attention, because there will be so much for you to learn from this webinar. All right, I know that Michael already did a very good introduction, but just so that you can get to know me better and have a feel of my personality, who I am, I'll be doing another introduction of myself. My name is Ruth Okafor, and I am a digital marketing associate at Ha-Shem Limited. I'm sure some of you would already know this name from the phone calls I put through to some of you. Yes. So this is the Ruth that spoke to you over the phone, right? I specialize in IT product marketing, and I really, really love what I do. I love my job so much because it helps me improve efficiency for teams and organizations through the correct adoption and use of modern day technology. I already mentioned that I love my job and I'm passionate about it, but when I'm not working, you'd find me reading, watching a movie, or learning something new online. I also love nature a lot, so I like to sit in quiet places that have natural views, and also I love to take long walks at the beach. All right, so that's all about me for now. On to the main discussion of the day. What is ITSM? Right? I know that as IT professionals, you already have an understanding of what ITSM is, but just so that we get to make this session interactive, I'm going to be leaving the floor open for anyone who is interested in sharing with us what they think ITSM is. If you would like to tell us what your perspective on ITSM is, kindly leave a comment for us in the chat box, and Michael will be reading out to me. For the sake of time, I really beg that we not take too much time. Michael, please, is there anyone in the chat box for now?
None yet, but I'll keep checking.
All right. So if you have something to say, you want to tell us what you think ITSM is, please. Okay, I think I see someone. He said ITSM means IT service management. That's true. That's true. Yes, that's the full meaning of ITSM, IT Service Management. Right. Now, on the screen before you, the screen in front of you, you can see two distinct colors on the screen, right? By the left-hand side, we have the blue color, and by the right-hand side, we have the orange color. The blue color is titled Traditional ITSM, and it defines what ITSM used to be. And then the orange color is titled Service Management Today. That's ITSM today, and it defines what ITSM in today's world currently is, right? Usually, when you ask people about ITSM, what they think about is workflows, ticketing, escalation, and all of that, which is good because ITSM is all about this. But ITSM today has gone beyond just this, which is why I cannot help but agree with Dr. Teda, who is a thought leader in IT governance consultancy, who said that IT service management has never been just about workflows and escalations and ticketing alone, right? ITSM has gone beyond what we think it is. Okay, I think I'm just going to pause here so that we can read out some of the responses in the chat box. I'm seeing some notifications pop up. So, Michael, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ruth. So we have a message from Adekunle Gbadebo. He says that IT service management or ITSM is a set of processes used to manage the design, plan, and deliveries of services, explore processes, benefits, and how to's. Then we also have from Olorun Kia James, and permit me if I didn't get the spelling right, I'm so sorry. The pronunciation right, rather. He says that he describes how an organization manages its IT services. Wonderful responses, I think.
Yes, yes, very, very, very apt responses, I must confess. Thank you so much for contributing to that. Right. Yes, ITSM is all about, managing IT services within an organization, but it goes beyond just that. Um, IT service IT service management today focuses on delivering valuable service to the people within and outside of your organization, right? So it goes beyond just workflows and ticketing and escalation to also incorporate or align. Yes, also goes beyond that to align IT service delivery, right, to the people within and outside of your organization, such that it helps to increase and promote business value for the entire organization and not just for the IT team alone. So, a robust ITSM strategy is one that can help your organization align IT services, align technology with business needs, such that technology is now used to drive business value and outcomes, both internally and externally, for your employees and also for your customers. Okay, if your ITSM strategy is not doing all of these that I just mentioned, then congratulations, because honestly speaking, you couldn't be at a better place than being in this webinar today, right now. And then for some of you who I know maybe already have some ITSM strategies in place, some plans already for their ITSM game in the year 2023, I would like to ask you a simple question. Do you also have the right tool for implementation? Hmm. I would advise you give that some thought, because I'm asking this because knowing what the problem is just one part of the struggle. The other half is knowing how to achieve your objectives, how to solve the problem, what tools to use to solve the problem. So I really implore people in these two categories that I just mentioned, really implore all of you to sit tight and be rest assured that we've got you covered today. Now, onto the history of ITSM. Like I mentioned in the previous slide, having the right ITSM strategies without the right tool for implementation is like knowing that you need to take medication when you feel ill, but not knowing the right medication to take, or worse still, taking the wrong medication for an illness. You can imagine what that does to you, makes you feel worse, right? That's how it is too in IT service management. Now, IT Service Desk is like the chief of them all. It is a tool. IT Service Desk is a tool that allows you, it's like a single point of contact, that allows the IT service team to rapport, to interact with the end users that are requiring support from them. The service desk was originally deployed around the 20th century, and it was deployed as a tool for fixing IT issues. But with the evolution of technology, business, and user needs, IT Service Desk has now matured into a collection of processes that can enable IT teams and even enable organizations as a whole to design, deliver, support, and manage IT services in a very efficient and cost-effective manner. I'll be talking more about this in the coming slides. Now, I want to share with you, what ITSM can do for you, the importance of ITSM, the values it can deliver to your team, to your organization. IT service management can help you with a lot of things, including incident management, problem management, change management, asset visibility, and a whole lot more, which, basically are like the traditional things that an ITSM solution is supposed to help you with, right? But I really love this quote by Elmer de Vac, which says that a future-proof IT service management capability is a start to continuously improve towards meeting business expectations and goal. All right, I'm just going to try to break that down a little. What Elmer de Vac is trying to say here, I believe, is that a robust ITSM is one that is futuristic in nature, is one that can help you deliver high quality IT services, right, that are aligned with the needs of your business and also can provide real-time value to customers. Okay, now because ITSM has gone just beyond the traditional advantages, the traditional values it brings to you, it can also help you in areas such as aligning your IT services with, core business processes, improving the efficiency and effectiveness of IT services by streamlining communication among teams within an organization. ITSM can also help you ensure that IT services are delivered in a consistent and timely manner across all departments within your organization and even outside of your organization. Also helps to reduce the risk of service disruptions, burnouts among your team members, and all of that helps to improve the reliability and productivity of your IT team. I mean, I could go on and on to mention all the importance of ITSM, right? But because of time, well, before I move on to the next slide, I want to say something quite important, mention some key areas where ITSM can also help organizations improve efficiency, but that are not so widely known. And by that, I mean areas like employee engagement, contracts and PO management. Are you aware that ITSM can also help you with employee engagement? Well, today you know. Also, areas like license compliance management, risk management, vendor management, and all of that. If this sounds interesting and sounds like something you want to learn more about, you can ask me to elaborate on this, how you can apply ITSM in employee engagement at the end of my presentation. Wow, okay, this happens to be like the most exciting part of today's presentation for me because this is where I'll get to share the strategies that we have put together for you. We have 4 strategies prepared for you today, and number 1 is streamlining communication between your IT team and end users. Secondly is developing a help desk knowledge base where people can go to access information when they need support. We'll also be talking about automation, leveraging real-time automation, right, for service delivery. And lastly, I'll be teaching you or showing you how you can charge up your asset visibility and control game within your team and within your organization. Now, one of the main goals of ITSM is streamlining communication, and by that I mean, doing away with long and sometimes ambiguous email chains between end users that need support and the IT service delivery team that are providing the support. Because you'd agree with me that sometimes these long chains of email can be time consuming and kind of defeats the whole goal of ITSM, which is to provide service value to end users. Imagine if someone within your organization now needs support, right? And probably the person's attending to a customer who is waiting for them, and there's no IT team on ground at the moment. They are all busy to attend to that employee, that end user. You can see that it's wasting time, and time they say is money. You can imagine how much your company will be losing by just that time that is being wasted. So streamlining communication is very important. And in case you're wondering how you can achieve this, you can achieve streamlined communication among your team within your organization by establishing clear and standardized processes, right, that ensures that information is passed in a consistent and reliable manner from person to person. You can also do this by automating tasks. Repetitive tasks such as sending out maybe notifications or updating status reports can be automated, right, to save time and ensure that people don't have to wait for other persons for approval. You can also streamline communication by centralizing information, and that's having information resources or knowledge resources in a central location. I'll be talking more about this in the coming slides. So, onto leveraging real-time service automation. As I mentioned earlier, ITSM systems can be used to automate certain repetitive tasks, such as email and update reminders on the go. Now, I know that being prepared for anything has to be one of the core functions of an IT manager. And believe me, I think that's what makes your jobs very interesting and also challenging at the same time. I mean, upland events like, say, service interruptions or computer connectivity, these are some of the day to day incidents that IT support staff have to deal with on a regular basis, which is why, you know, the support team has to be prepared at all times. But at the end of the day, you all are only humans. The IT team, they are only humans, and there's only so much preparation you can do at once, right? Which is why, you must start experiencing the miracle called service automation today. I mean, you could do a lot of automation from workflow creation to monitoring, incident resolution, and deployment. ITSM systems allows you to automatically resolve issues without um direct human intervention, without direct human involvement. And according to IBM, having an incident management process in place can really help to reduce the cost of a data breach within any organization by at least 54.9%. That's a really huge figure, to ignore within your organization. And also with an automated incident management process in place, this number I just mentioned can really go higher. Something I think and I believe every forward-thinking organization should begin to implement as part of their ITSM strategies for 2023. All right, onto the third strategy for today, which is developing a help desk knowledge base. A comprehensive help desk knowledge base has so many benefits. In fact, the benefits are endless for any organization, and they include improving support efficiency, right? It can help you save time and costs. It can help to reduce the burden on your IT team, thereby reducing burnout, within your team. Can also help to deliver consistent high quality support to your customers. I mean, if someone requires support, they don't need to always, especially when you notice that end users are always asking for support in a particular area or on a particular topic. You can simply just upload. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well, Ruth. I think
Okay.
my Bernard, you're having audio issues. Kindly rejoin ma.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. So, to just continue from where I stopped. Okay, I was saying that imagine if someone requires support, right? Is requires support from the IT team. They don't necessarily have to wait all the time, or they don't need to bug the IT team to give them support to help them resolve their issues. If you notice that people are asking questions on a particular topic or in a particular area consistently, you could simply just upload that information and give a step-by-step guide on how they can on their own resolve such an issue. That way you save time. You the IT team can also focus their attention on resolving more technical issues, more important issues. So if you don't already have a comprehensive help desk knowledge base in place, we highly recommend that you include it as part of your ITSM strategy in 2023. Lastly, I'm going to be talking about charging up your asset visibility and control game. As we already know this popular saying that knowledge is power, and that's exactly what ITSM does for you. Imagine having a 360-degree insight into the status of your cloud and on-prem assets. Isn't that fantastic? That's like, existing as a mini god, having your eyes everywhere such that nothing happens without your attention, without your consent. This way, you can be prepared for the worst, you can be prepared for emergencies, you can be prepared for incidents before, they become very, very serious. Now, so here's our advice for you. Instead of having disparate tools for this, we really advise that you use a single platform to track all your assets, all your IT assets, right? Connecting them with incidents, with changes, users, and services that affect your organization directly. Wow. I mean, I just started. I can't believe I'm already like at the conclusion. All right, I could go on and on about the wonders of ITSM and all the amazing benefits of ITSM, right? Because it's such a wonderful topic and a very broad one at that, and also a very interesting topic. But what good will sharing strategies, talking about strategies, without having the right tools for implementing these strategies? Remember when I told you at the beginning of my presentation that this webinar was put together in partnership with SolarWinds, a leading IT solutions provider and an authority in the ITSM space. Now, SolarWinds has found a way to help IT teams all over the world align business processes with the technological demands of end users, to help them effectively reduce burnout among teams, to maximize time and reduce costs, while also increasing the provision of valuable IT services to people, which, believe me, is like the whole goal of ITSM. So, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering what solution you can use, to implement these strategies that I shared with you today, these four strategies that I just shared with you today, I present to you a one-stop, tool for all of your ITSM strategies. And by that, I mean the SolarWinds IT Service Desk. I call this the all-in-one solution that can help you achieve your ITSM goals in 2023. If SolarWinds IT Service Desk sounds like a solution you're interested in knowing more about, then I really recommend that you wait to learn more about its amazing features and benefits from Raj Pandya, my co-speaker, who is also the SolarWinds ITSM engineer. He's going to be walking us today through a live demo of IT or SolarWinds IT Service Desk. All right. I'm going to be handing over to Raj, and I know he's going to take very good care of you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, once again for your time, for your attention during this session. In case you have any questions, Raj is going to be answering all questions at the end of his demo session. Also, remember that there's going to be prizes to be won, just as Michael mentioned at the end of the demo session. So please sit tight, and the winner could be you. One of the lucky winners could be you. All right. Thank you once again. Raj, please over to you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ruth, for the detailed and informative webinar and the details on the ITSM side. Now, what I will do, I'll in a live action, I'll show you like how and which way SolarWinds ITSM and services platform will helpful for all of you guys. I hope, am I audible to you all and my screen is visible to you all?
Yes, I can hear you all right, and I can see your screen too.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So now when we talk about any of the service desk solution, you need to consider two type of user. One will be end user who will be raising a ticket and who will be needing any sort of help from the technician side. So for that, we have this end user portal available from wherein any of your end user, any of your end customer or vendor, they can access the portal and they can raise a ticket. Secondly, we have this technician side view available. So wherein all of your different technician from the IT department, whether it is a system administrator, network administrator, security team, they can log in and they can see all of the ticket which has been created by end user. And it is not only necessarily for the IT department here. This tool, if you want to use for all of the different department, whether it is the HR department, finance department, account department, admin department, they can also use this particular tool. And whenever such a ticket will be created for a different department, all of the different technician can log in over here and you can see that with the different categories you can have the tickets visibility available. So for today's live action demo, what I will do, first of all, I'll give you the quick walkthrough of the end user portal, which way the SolarWinds product and this particular service desk will helpful for all of your end user to raise a ticket. So one of the thing is this tool is a SaaS based product, and wherein we have a out of the box integration available with the Active Directory, Azure Active Directory, Gmail, Okta, One Login. So for your user provisioning, you can have all of this out of the box integrations. With the help of them, you can directly have your users available. And once you have those users, you have the single sign-on feature also available. So let's suppose you are using the Azure Active Directory with the same credential, all of your user, they just need to put down the URL into the browser, and with the same Active Directory credential, they can log into the platform itself. And once they are logging, you can have such a dashboard available, and wherein again this dashboard is fully customizable. So you can have your own logo, your favicon you can put down over here, and you can customize all of these different tiles and widget also. And apart from that, what are the all different module will be there for you. So you can have a new ticket tab available, so from wherein you can raise a ticket. So apart from that, you can have the service request tab also available. So generally whenever in any of the organization, as per the ITL guidelines, something has been broken or something needs to be resolved as soon as possible basis, at that time you need to rely on the ticket creation. But let's suppose someone needs something from the different team, or they need some sort of request, or some items has been needed. So for that we have this service request available, wherein you can create all of this different service request template for different teams, whether it is HR, facility, application support, hardware. For an example, someone needs a new laptop, so for that you can have this dedicated form available, wherein all this field can be created by you. You can add further as many as other field. You can have the drop down available, you can have a multi-pick list available, and this form can be customized by all of the technician. So that way for your each and every form you can have the separate template available, and once they fill all of this information they can simply request for them. Apart from that, we have a knowledge articles available. So as Ruth said in the presentation, like it will be the major part for any of the organization, like wherein they want to solve major technical issues on the ticketing side. But let's suppose there are a couple of issues which can be resolved by all of the end user on their own. So on that context, as a technician, you can publish such article for all of the end user, wherein with the subcategories and categories, you can have this each and every article's visibility available. And for all those articles, you can simply search them over here. You just simply type a keyword and you can have the articles visibility available. Further, we have a my request tab available, so wherein as an end user, once the ticket has been created by you, post that as an end user, you want to see like what is the current status of the ticket, what sort of activity is happening into the ticket itself. So those all visibility will become from over here. And further in the tool itself, we have this task and approval tab available. So in our solution, whenever any of the service requests has been created, at that time you can have a way available from the technician side, wherein you can define the workflow processes which has been said earlier by Ruth in the presentation, like you can create a different workflows. So on that side, let's suppose this is the new laptop request which any of the end user has submitted. So this is the form which you have created, you have put down all of this different field, but as a technician you can define such a processes over here, like whenever any of the end user they go to the service request and they go to the new laptop request form, once all this detail has been submitted and they click on the request item, post that from the backend this workflow will be initiated. So as a part of this workflow, one of the main thing you will be having is a manager approval. So as and whenever such a service request has been submitted, it has to be approved by a manager. So on that side, you can have this fully automated approval process available. Once this approval has been sent out, it will automatically goes to any of the end users portal, and here into the task and approval tab they can have the visibility available, and from here itself they can approve or decline it. Apart from that, at the same time we will send them the email notification also, and from the same email, rather than log in into this portal, simply from the email itself they can accept or decline such a request also. So that way you can have this workflow creation and everything available on the basis of the service request. But generally whenever you want to raise a ticket, you simply go to the new ticket tab, you fill out the whole form, you put down your categories, subcategories, site, department, and click on the create, and the ticket will be created for you. But apart from all of these things, from the end user perspective, one of the other good thing we have over here is like we have this global search bar available, which will give you any of the article and any of the service request visibility as per whatever keyword you will type. So let's suppose I need a new laptop, so rather than going to the new ticket, what I can do, I can simply type a new laptop over here, and I can see that for such a thing I have any of the services available or not. Same, I can have all of the articles information also available. Yeah, so these are the couple of ways for the ticket creation. Apart from that, we have a chat functionality available from wherein you can raise a ticket further. We have a mobile application available for the platform in iOS and Android, both of the platforms, so from wherein you can also raise a ticket. And thirdly, we have a out of the box integration and APIs available to do the integration with third party application. And on the out of the box integration, you can have the Teams, Slack, and the Jira available. So by using those chat application, if you want to raise a ticket, that can be also possible for you. Yeah, so that's it from the end user perspective. Now I'll jump onto the technician side view, and I'll show you like how the technician can work on any of the ticket which has been created by the end user. So as soon as any of a technician login, first of all, you can have such a main dashboard available. So wherein all these widgets are fully customizable, and you can have as many as such a dashboard available as per your requirement. So for your each and every technician, they can have their own separate dashboard, and you can add as many as widget from over here. And all these widget, they are fully interactive. And as we have the asset management also part of the same tool, you can have a dedicated dashboard for the asset also available. So wherein when I navigate to the asset dashboard, I can get all of the asset related information, like how many computers I'm having in my London office, how many machines I have in my Sydney office, and these widget are fully interactive. So as soon as I click on any of the particular information, it will navigate me to all those detail. We will drill down, and then we can have all of this information available into the CSV, XML, and PDF format also. Yeah, so that way from this dashboard itself, you can have the 360-degree visibility on all of your IT infrastructure and all of the tickets which are available into your organization. And when we talk about all of the ITSM related activity, so our SolarWinds Services tool is fully ITL aligned. And on the basis of that, we have all of these ITL practices available like incident management, problem management, change management, release management, service catalog, and the CMDB. So we will mostly focus on the incident and the service catalog side. But apart from that, if you want to use the problem and change, it will be also available for you. So now as soon as I go to the incident side, I can have such a view available. So we have discussed a couple of channel and couple of ways through which we can raise a ticket. Once those ticket has been created, you can have all of those tickets visibility available over here. So this view, it is fully customizable. You can add all of the filter, column, and sorting as per your requirement, and post that in the drop down. You can have as many as different views available. And in the view itself, from here I can see like what are the different tickets are available, what is the priority, whom ticket has been assigned to, who is the requester. This basic detail will be there. But now once ticket has been created, first thing which comes is like how the ticket assignment will happen. So for that we have automation and manual way available. So in manual, what you can do, let's suppose you have 2 to 3 different technician available, and for them, if you want to assign ticket manually to them, you simply go to the assign tab, and you can have the list of all the technician available, and from here you can select any of the technician and you can assign a ticket to them. So this is the manual way. But further in the automation, what you can do is in the tool itself, we have a 2 level of hierarchy available under the categories. So you can define a different queues, different ticket assignment on the basis of a different category. So you can create as many as categories, then you can define a second level of hierarchy into the ticket. And for those each and every categories, you can have a different assignee available. So now going forward, what will happen now, whenever any ticket will be created and category has been selected as application support and subcategory has been selected as the email, then this ticket will automatically get assigned to the ALN. So that way you can have the ticket assignment automatically available. Secondly, in the same way, we have the automation rules available. So wherein you can define as many as different automation rules and post that on the basis of all of those rules, you can have the ticket assignment available. So for an example, I have created this one of the rule, like whenever any of the ticket has been created, at that time, if the department is engineering and the requester is a Kevin or the Gordon, so Gordon and the Kevin. They are the CEO and CFO of my organization. So whenever ticket will be created by them, I want to treat that ticket with the high priority. I want to assign a VIP tag to that particular ticket, and I want to send a notification to the IT management team also, like from this VIP users ticket has been created. So I have the notification available, and rather than assigning this ticket to a level one support team, I directly want to assign such a ticket to any of the L2 or L3 engineer who will take those ticket on a priority manner. So such a way you can have these automation rules available, and this is just one of the example. Apart from that, you can create as many as such all of the automation rules, and you can define as many as different conditions. So let's suppose you want to assign a ticket on the base of the origin, owner, from the location itself, from the urgency perspective. For any of these bases, you can have this ticket assignment available. Yeah, so that way you can do your ticket assignment, and then I can just show you like how you can work on this each and every individual ticket. So now when I go to any of the particular ticket, I can have all of the ticket related visibility available. So like one of the thing is my laptop. So once the ticket has been created, you can have the ticket requester or the creator's name available. Whatever title they have put on, it will be there, and the description will be also available for you. And once it has been done, if as an end user you want to, as a technician you want to do the interaction with the end user, so for that we have this comment box available, so from wherein you can put down any of the information like I need a further more detail on this ticket. So on that side, automatically email notification will be sent out to the end user, and they can simply put down all of these details over here. Apart from that, here you can have the different state for the ticket available. So with the help of this different state, you can manage the life cycle of your ticket itself. So whenever your ticket is on a hold, or it has been sent out to any of the third party vendor for the further investigation, so those state you can put down over here, and you can put down those states over here. So that way any of the person who is looking after the ticket, or if you have any of the SLS which has been bind with the ticket, they will put on a hold for you. Yeah, so that way you can have all of the ticket related activity available. But further from the SolarWinds perspective, one of the good feature we have over here is like you will see such a honeycomb into each and every incident tab, and wherein you click over there. So these are the smart suggestion which we will provide for the technician also. So wherein on the basis of the keyword, if you have any of the similar incident with the same keyword, we will note them down over here. And if for such a any of this incident, if you need a solution directly from the knowledge article, that will be also get visible over here. So you do not need to go to any of the knowledge base and then you will search for such a solutions. It will directly available over here into the smart solutions for you. And for the similar incident, what you can do is this each and every similar incident, if you find like, let's suppose for an example, you are having a 10 to 15 ticket which says like your printer is not working. So on the basis of that, we will showcase those each and every incident over here. And then you can relate those each and every incident by simply click on the attachment, and then all of this ticket will be related over here. And post that, what will happen? So if you put down any of the comment over here, we will let you decide like whether you want to put down those comment into all of the related incident, and as and when you change a state of the ticket, at that time we will also give you the notification like whether you want to change the status of this each and every ticket or not. Yeah, so that way you can have this all incident management related feature available. And further you have the service catalog also available, so wherein as I showed you, like you can create all of the catalog, and you can have a different process workflows available under this each and every catalog which has been defined by you, and from the scratch itself you can create as many as such a workflows on the as per your requirement. Yeah, so that's it on the side of the service desk for the incident and the service catalog. Secondly, we have the asset management available. So on the asset management side, these are the all asset which you can add automatically into our platform, whether any of the computer is there, any of the mobile devices, any of the network devices. And apart from that, whatever Windows and Mac devices you discover into the platform, all of their software information will be also pull out into the solution itself. And how we can do this discovery? So for that, we have a couple of different ways available. So when we talk about any of your Windows and Mac devices, we have agent available for them. So once we install this agent into any of your device, automatically those device related information will be pull out. And further for your network devices, which is supporting SNMP protocol, or any of your Mac or any of your Linux devices which is supporting SSH protocol. So for that we have this discovery scanner available, and once we install the discovery scanner in your IP range, you need to provide the one subnet. We will scan the whole subnet, and once your credential matches, all those devices will automatically added into the asset tab itself. So that way you can have all of your asset discovery available. And lastly, into the tool itself, further we have the analytics tab available. So wherein you can have the reporting functionality available for each and every module through which we have gone so far. So first of all, you can have all of the incident management related readily template available. You can have the time centric template also available. So from wherein you can get all of the information about all of your technicians. So let's suppose you just want to see, like for one particular technician, you just want to see like how much amount of ticket they have closed, what is the average closing time for them, what is the ticket resolution time for them. Such a template will be available for you. But apart from that, what else you can do is, now whenever any of such a template will be available, you can do the modification on them, and you can put down the add filter over here, and you can put down as many as filter, as many as filters over here, and on the basis of that these reports will be modified, and then you can print out all of this report into the PDF format. Apart from that, we have a scheduling feature also available, so wherein you can schedule such a report to be sent out to any particular person on a PDF or a CSV format. Yeah, that's it from my side. I hope this session was pretty informative to all of you guys. Yeah, now we can move on to the Q&A session.
Hey, thank you so much, Raj. I mean, that was really wonderful. Thank you for the demo session. I'm seeing a lot of hands, people clapping their hands for you. They really, I believe they really got a lot from what you shared today. We have quite a number of questions and feedbacks, so I'll just be rolling through them so you can answer some of them before we end the event. We have a question from Cole Michael. He asks for that. Do you have an area that I think most? He said, do you have an area that most used knowledge base items are available to browse for our environment? I think Michael, could you rephrase that question if you don't mind?
Yeah, I get the question. So on
Oh,
that
okay.
part, for yeah, most used solutions, so you can have such a widget available wherein you will see all of the popular solutions which are available in your organization. So here you can have in this widget itself all of the mostly used and popular solution. Apart from that, when you go to the knowledge articles, here again you can have the dedicated view available wherein you can get all of this information, like whether you need the popular article, you need article which has more views, and even in the technician they can put down some of the article as a highlighted also. So you can have that view also available. So right now I'm under the popular, so that way I'm seeing all of the articles which are mostly used in my organization. I hope I've answered your question.
Um,
Yeah, that works.
um,
Thank you.
okay. Oh, thank you,
Yeah,
Michael.
perfect.
Hello. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was about to announce that I've enabled the mic for everyone. So in case you have other questions, you can just raise up your hand and we'll call your attention. But we still have other questions from Mike. Mike also asked that are views customizable per technician, or are they global only? Are views customizable per technician, or are they global only?
The dashboard?
Michael, would you like to elaborate on your
Yeah,
question?
I think that
the the views that you were showing in the dashboard, as me as a technician, can I create my own view that's only viewable by me? Not that one, the technician dashboard that shows like all of the tickets.
Okay, these views, right?
the
Yes,
ticket
sir.
view.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
As
So
a
it can be
technician, can I
customized.
customize a view just for me that doesn't affect everybody else?
Yeah, yeah. So it will be separately for each and every technician. So if you have made any of the view over here, it will only reflected into your account. It will be not reflected into any of the other technicians. So you can create as many as such a view. You can save them as a new, and then they will be only visible to you.
Okay. And as an administrator, I can set global ones that can't be modified.
Global one you cannot share, but if you have created one of the dashboard and that particular view, if you want to share with all of the other technician, that can be possible and that cannot be modified by them.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Thank you so much, Raj. Also, also have another question from Sururat Ali. Person asks that do you have workflow processes for change management CDMB. And also, okay, you also want to ask if you're supposed to get the slides. Yes, you will get the slides. Okay, you mean the slides after the presentation? Okay, just Raj, can just answer the question you asked that do you have workflow process for change request, CDMB?
Yes, so same as the service catalog, we have the change catalog available, wherein you can create all of the different change catalog, and post that you can define the processes over here, same as the service catalog. So yeah, we have the workflow processes available for the change request management.
Okay, thank you. So I want to confirm, Ali, you want the slides for SolarWinds Service Deck, you know, like a data sheet. Can you maybe clarify for us? Okay. Maybe I'll get back to the person on that. So moving on, I think we have other questions. We have from Michael also. He asked that can you add custom SQL to conditions or are they only GUI based?
Sorry, can you please repeat which connection?
Okay, he asked that can you add custom SQL to conditions or are they only GUI based? Or would Michael like to?
I think it was referring
Okay.
to conditions for the automations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they are not on the basis of the SQL. So you need to put down all of the conditions on the GUI only. So there is no requirement to do any of the coding or anything. In the GUI itself, you can have all of the representation and all of the configurations available.
Can those be customized by SolarWinds, or is it these are what's available and only what's available?
No, it's up to you. Like as a technician, once you have the access available, you can just go to the automation rules and you can just you see the processes over here. So from the
Mhm.
scratch itself, you can create all of these processes. You just click on the plus sign and you can define as many as processes. Same as when we talk about the automation rules, you can simply go to the automation rules and you can define any of the automation rules from the scratch itself. So it's totally up to you. Like you don't need any of the help from the SolarWinds.
Okay, thank you so much, Raj. I think one more question from Michael also was that is the honeycomb similar incident automated, or does the administrator choose what to show from a different area, and those are presented each time that keyword is used?
Yeah, so on that part, it is the basic algorithm we have in the backend, which will, from the AI and ML perspective, it will automatically fetch all this information from the AI itself. So the technician and the solar, like they does not have anything to do for populating all of those things. On the basis of the keyword, they will be presented.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Raj. Then we also have from Tim Tucker Johnson asking that can you define the type of job a technician handles? I don't know. Would you like to clarify on this, Ma?
I think that's just referring to roles and permissions being able
Yes.
to
Yes.
Okay.
restrict what
Yeah.
technicians can
Yeah.
do. Yeah, I'll let
So
Raj
that we
answer.
can that we can define with the two of the things. Like one thing is like for each and every technician, you can have the roles and permission available. So let's suppose you have the network team available and you have the server team available. So for both of the team, you can create a separate roles, and as and whenever ticket will be created from any of such a department, so we have the category selection already available, right? So whenever category has been selected as a server, then that ticket will automatically get assigned to a particular person who works on all of the server related issues. And as you said, like you need a only networking problem, so on that side, whenever any of the ticket created and wherein the category, subcategory, or any of the keyword is there, which is defining this ticket is related to networking, then that ticket can only assign to a networking team. So that can be pretty much possible. And on top of that, let's suppose you don't want to provide a visibility between those different departments. That can be also possible with the help of these roles and permission.
Okay, thank you so much, Raj. That was quite clear. I think Obi Obuchuko also asked that can you please give a brief run through of the CMDB console?
Yeah. So on the CMDB side, uh, each and every configuration item which is available into platform, which we have considered as a CI. So if you have any of the software, hardware, any of the user, they will be available under the CMDB itself. Plus on top of that, whenever I go to any of the configuration item, I can decide like what sort of relation this particular CI is having with another CI. So if I go to any of the CS, I can define like what is the current status of them. I can define and I can get all of the relations which they have with whether any of the incident, any of the problem, any of the change has been created. And plus then I can have this each and every configuration item related relationship mapping available. So when I go to the attach over here, so here I can define like which are the all other devices which are connected with this particular device. So I can define like which way they are connected with each other. So like it has been consumed by this particular device, I click on the attach, and then I can have this visible available. And post that for this each and every configuration item, I can have the visual map available. So I can simply click on the visual map, and here I can get the total view like how they are connected with each other.
Okay, thank you so much, Raj. And we have another question that's asking on integrating NPM with Service Desk to achieve automation. I think he wants to know how it works.
Yeah, so integration with the npm, right?
Yes, right.
Hello. Yeah,
Yes,
so
please.
that integration we have available out of the box. So if you have already any of the like npm, sam or ncm, so you can directly do the integration of those platform into the SolarWinds. So on that perspective, what will happen whenever any alert will be triggered into the Orion side, you can have automatically ticket generated available over here. So you can see that the node is in the one in critical state. And from the Orion side, whenever you are doing the alert configuration, you can also define like which are all of this entity you want to send to the service desk side. And one another good thing is like with the NPM and the Orion integration, we can also add all of the asset into the platform also. So whenever any of the ticket and any of the node goes down, you can have directly that asset related available over here. And as in the platform itself, you can have the automation available. You can have this each and every end-to-end integrations available. So yeah, we have that npm integration also available out of the box.
Okay, thank you so
Yeah.
much, Raj.
And I just wanted to add to that one before we move ahead that the whole idea of the integration with the Orion platform is to help you reduce your mean time to detection and your mean time to resolution. So you're able to automatically convert instant or automatically convert alerts on the Orion side to tickets on service decks, assign it to the right technician or the right group of technicians that will investigate. And once that ticket is resolved, you're also able to mark that alert as resolved on Orion side automatically. And like Raj said, we are also able to attach the exact configuration items that is related to that alert. And you can also do your automatic dependency mappings using your CMDB with that integration. We are actually just trying to kind of consolidate your whole operation management process so that everyone is able to collaborate, both the team on the network management side of things and service management. So SolarWinds is basically here to help that your digital transformation. So wherever you are right now in your journey, we're able to collaborate with you to make sure you're getting the best value from all your existing SolarWinds tool and integrate with like a proper service management solution. And also, just to answer the question about the different licenses available, we have 4 plans depending on what sort of features or how mature your processes are today. The licenses are based on the number of technicians, and you're able to support unlimited end users. For the asset management, licenses are also based on IP addressable devices that will be automatically discovered by the agent or the discovery scanner, and you're able to manage unlimited non-IP addressable assets like your monitors, keyboards, and mouses for free.
Okay, thank you, Olajimi. Thank you so much, Olajimi. We still have quite a number of questions. Mr. Akon, I can see your hand raised. No, I'll call on you to ask your question shortly. We also have a question from Kende Paulina asking that on the asset discovery agent windows, can you please give a brief walkthrough on the workstation and server discovery on domain?
Yeah, so on the Windows side, you have two capabilities available. So one of the thing is like as I showed you, you can have the agent available which you can install into any of your Windows machine, and post that machine can be added into the SolarWinds platform. And secondly, we do not have the uh, domain based available discovery available, but what we have is you can create a WMI credential over here, and through WMI, if you want to add any of your devices into the SolarWinds platform from the Windows side, that can be possible. So you need to provide your domain administration or your local admin credential, and post that you can run the connection scan over here. You just simply create any of the particular connection, you put down all of your IP range, and you, as a credential, you need to create a, or you want to add your Windows credential over here. Post that, we will scan your whole IP range, and then all of your Windows devices will be discovered over here under the computer itself. So there are simply two ways for discovering Windows devices. One of the ways through the agent, and secondly with the WMI credential.
Yeah, thank you so much, Raj. I think that was clear. So we see quite a number of questions. We have from Idia Jimo asking that how do we manage a system that we are not on the network and also wants to be able to manage them?
Yeah, so for that we have this other asset tab available. So from wherein you can add all of those devices which is considered as a non-IT asset, or which does not have in the network itself. So you can add them manually over here. And apart from that, you can have the CSV import feature also available. So we have the dedicated template available. So same template you can simply import over here, and all of those assets will be discovered into the platform itself.
Yeah, thank you so much, Raj. Thanks so much, Raj.
Yeah.
Then also Adekunle asked that can customer forms be created at ticket closure to capture necessary resolution details?
Yeah, so those forms can be created, and apart from that, them be considered as a survey also. So whenever such a ticket will be created, post that to, if you need to get a satisfaction survey from the end user. So for that, we have a survey tab available. So from wherein simply you get all of the ticket related information, like whether end user is satisfied or not. So for that we have,
Okay, thank you so much, Raj.
yeah, survey configuration
Um,
available.
okay, I believe that was clear. So we still have another question from Adekunle Gbadebo asking that can the help desk feed NPM to can the help desk feed NPM to recalculate the node availability based on custom field selected while closing the tickets, e.g. the RF owner? I don't know if that's clear, or would Adekunle like to speak up to ask this
Yeah,
question?
can you please provide more detail? Yeah.
Adekunle, please, you can unmute your mic to ask your question.
Okay, thank you. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Great. So, you know, when you're closing a ticket, you can specify predefined or created custom fields that will determine or categorize that ticket. For example, if it was a local issue, or if it was an issue resolved by the team, you know, there are different responsibility parties on ticket closures, as it were. So is it possible to integrate your NPM with your help desk such that that specific node in question, the availability is being calculated, it can recalculate the availability based on who the fault owner is. So I'll just give an example. If the node, you eventually found out that the node was powered down as a result of the end user's lack of power. The NPM would still deduct that outage period from the availability calculation. So it's no longer 100%, it will now be in like a 95%. So could you program it in such a way that because you select an RFO type, stating that it's the customer's fault or is the end user's fault for powering down the node, the availability is recalculated back to 100%. Can you have something like that?
No, so as of now, what we can do is now, whenever such a way the ticket has been created, and as a technician, I find out like it is because of the user's issue. Yeah, surely we can put down that custom field, and that information can be stored under the ticket itself. But as of now, we don't have such a integration wherein that information can be reflected into the availability into the Orion side. But what I will do, I'll surely note it down, and I will forward this particular feedback to the product team.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Raj. Thank you so much. Mr. Akpan, your hand was raised earlier. Can you also ask your question? Can you hear me? Akpan, Ezekiel? Okay. Okay, I think probably network issues. Do you have another question? Another question from anybody before we round up for today? Okay. Since there are no questions, we're rounding up actually. So thank you so much, Raj. Thank you for your time. Thank you for answering those questions. I mean, they were very, very impactful, and I believe that a lot has been learned today. So I'll be moving to the next session very shortly, and that's the spin the wheel session. You know, we mentioned out that some people will be, two people will be winning Amazon gift cards from this webinar. But before I go to the session, I'd just like to call on Olajimi Abioro from SolarWinds team, who will just give a brief of SolarWinds ITSM and also discuss some of the plans we have for you in this webinar. Thank you. Olajimi, can have the floor.
Yeah, thank you very much, Michael. I've seen a lot of comments here about how educative and impactful the session has been. So that was the whole objective of putting this webinar together. And we're glad, the SolarWinds team and the Ha-Shem team that we have, people that have gained a
Hi, Olajimi.
strategies.
Uh,
As a follow-up to this session, can you hear me now?
yeah, lost for about 2 seconds.
Yes, sorry about that. Yeah. So I was just saying how, yeah, I'm glad we had that we are able to, provide this sort of knowledge. As a follow-up, the ideal next step would be, allowing you to start a free trial, right? So we encourage you, we'll be providing the instructions and links to start a free trial as a follow-up to this session. That would allow you get hands-on experience of the tool. You can play around how to create those forms, how to provision your users. If you would like to integrate with your own platform, you can also go ahead. Would also be providing technical assistance at this stage. So if you have any questions or you need any sort of support, feel free to reach out to us through the Ha-Shem team. We can also organize if you want like a personalized demo or like a POC call, right? Just let us know a day and time that will be convenient for you, and we're happy to get on a call. Yes.
I posted my question, but you didn't read it, and I was surprised. I asked a question that the SolarWinds is this license based? It was not. I didn't hear you saying anything about it.
Yeah, apologies for that. So SolarWinds Service Desk is licensed by the number of technicians, right? And you're able to support unlimited end users or requesters. For asset management, you would also need an asset license for IP addressable devices that will be auto-discovered. For other non-IP devices like your monitors, keyboards, mouses, you can manage using the other asset model for free. And we also have 4 plans available, depending on the features and your requirements, right? And the maturity of your ITSM process. So you need to decide a plan, and then we just need to know the technicians and the number of assets. Does that answer your question now?
Yes. Thank you.
All right, perfect. No worries. So just to round up,
Okay,
right?
Jamie.
Next step. Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, can I ask a brief question? It skipped my mind earlier.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay, does the help desk come with an FSM module, field service management module, for our field technicians?
Raj, do you want to take that? I'm not sure what the context is. Or are you referring to like a mobile application?
So there is an additional module that would help manage cases where technicians need to go on field, such as monitoring their movements, allowing them to provide feedback on the go, allowing them to provide pictures based on the tasks they carry out on site.
Okay.
So in some help decks or service decks applications, those modules are separate. But I just need to find out if this help desk has one integrated or it's an additional module that will be purchased.
Yes, so today what we have is a mobile application available for Android and iOS users and can be used by both the requesters and the technicians. We also have users that are service task users that don't need a license but are able to approve workflows and complete tasks. So if the use case is having people in the field that are able to, take pictures of what is happening on the field, upload those pictures, and maybe complete tasks that has been assigned to them, the mobile application will be the way to go. The mobile application comes with the licenses already. It's not a separate offering. So once they have the credentials to log into the portal, they would also be able to access the mobile application. I'll just round up by letting you know that we do have a promotion that would also be running at the back of this webinar, right? So like I said, start the trial, if you want a personalized demo, let us know a day and time. And also for within the quarter, for people that are ready to advance the ITSM strategies within this quarter, will be giving free asset licenses, up to 500 free asset licenses. It's going to be looked at on a case-by-case basis, but we're ready to, or we're open to taking that conversation or opening up that conversation with you. We're going to be working closely with Ha-Shem, so we'll be sending emails across. So just let us know how you would like to proceed and what sort of additional support you'll be requiring from us. I see we have a lot of additional questions in the chat window, but yeah, we are actually running late on time now. What we're going to do is Michael will put these questions together and then we'll get back to the people that have asked these questions personally. Okay.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
so please keep putting the questions in there. We'll definitely come back to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Olajimi. Thank you, everyone, for the questions and for paying attention. So I think we've come to the end of today's webinar event. I want to say thank you once again for joining. Thank you for being part of the event. Congratulations to winners. We'll be getting back to you shortly. And lastly, like Olajimi has emphasized that if in case you want to have a personalized demo for yourself, you can reach out to me. And I'll also be sharing a recording of this session to everyone on the chat. Quickly, I'll just be sharing the feedback form. We'll be appreciating your feedback, please. We want to get your feedback on how the session was and the ways we can improve on our next sessions and how we can get better for you, actually. So I'll be sharing the feedback link and also our social media channels. Ha-Shem Limited is like I mentioned, I'm a digital marketing associate at Ha-Shem Limited, and we collaborated with SolarWinds to bring this webinar for you today. So we are active on social media platform on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and also we have a YouTube channel where we'll be posting this webinar recording. So I'll beseech you just go to YouTube once we upload it. I'll let you all know via email. And also you can also follow us on social media just to get updates on similar webinars just as this. And I've shared the feedback form. I'll please encourage you, please fill the feedback form before you go, just to give us your recommendations on what we could have done better or what you enjoyed from the session. And I'll really appreciate your feedback. So once again, I say thank you, everyone. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for being part of this event. It's a good day for me. So bye, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you
Thank
so,
you.
so much for
Bye. Bye,
joining.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye,
Cheers.
everyone.
Have a
Thank
nice
you.
Thank you,
day.
everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks, Raj.
Right,
Bye.
thanks.
Bye. Bye. Bye, Ruth.